Hello everybody. I am here live on X, Facebook, YouTube, and one other one. I forgot what it's called. But not on Instagram. Gotta fix that. Gotta figure out what's wrong with that. Alright, so it's Thursday, December 5th. Had a recent trip on the Pride and getting ready for our kids club, our kids fishing event with Santa this coming Saturday, 2 days. And tomorrow I'll have some of my volunteers over at the warehouse cutting bait, getting ready for Saturday. Hello 907, hello Terry, hey Robert. You are the first 3 here. There's 10 people more here. We'll have some more in a little bit. I was here early. I was just trying to get everything set up. Haven't been in here in a little bit. So I was rearranging stuff, and then I realized it was after 7, so I thought I should get back on. So I'm here. Hey, Alan. Welcome back from Taiwan. Hey, Kevin. So if you guys wonder who's the guy in the picture in Kevin Kozai's photo there, or his, what do they call it? That's me holding up a yellowtail. Hello, Jeff. Jeff in Sacramento. Yeah, like Alan said, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, had some great time with your families. So that's cool. I almost came on Thanksgiving night, but I figured everybody would be busy with their families, so I didn't come on. All the mealworms were donated by Rainbow Worms. I thought they were out of business for some reason, but they are not. They are doing well in business. I will try to show you a video from there a bit. There it is. Since you asked, here is Rainbow Worms. So that was today. I went to Rainbow Worms to go pick up their donation. Worked out really good. So that was back in '83. Okay, Kevin. Well, Alan, welcome back to California. 907 catfish. Yes, 907. On Saturday there will be both catfish and rainbow trout. And it looks like for January, the event we're going to be hosting January 11th, will only be rainbow trout. No catfish. Just be rainbow trout. So Daniel moved back to California. That's cool. Maybe we'll see you on fishing trips next year. Hey Sam, how you doing? So Sam is saying that because he was on a trip with us. I think it was this summer, and he had one of his grandkids with him, or maybe two. I don't remember, it was one or two grandkids. And we were filming on camera, and I asked him to introduce his grandkid, and he couldn't remember the grandkid's name. So it was just a funny moment on film. So he's at Disneyland right now with the grandkids, trying to remember who they are. If you're coming home tonight, Sam, we could use your help tomorrow. We'll be cutting bait and loading the truck, getting ready for Saturday. Chris, the only involvement I have with them is I donate some prizes. That's about it. Hello, Eric. John says it's freezing in Idaho. Feels like it's freezing here, but it's in the 50s, I would think. I don't know, maybe even 60. It feels cold today. But I'm sure it's a lot colder there. So next month, January, maybe December, my show is going up to the northwest, Idaho, Montana, Washington. We're already in parts of Washington now, but we'll be in more cities up there. And I'm not sure if it's Oregon too. Yeah, I think it's Oregon too. So there's a couple of sports channels, 24-hour sports channels up that way outside of Spokane and stuff, and then Montana. And they are going to start running my TV show. So that's pretty exciting. Hello, Rick. Happy holidays to all of you guys too. So, Alan was in Taiwan, and I don't know how recent they got back. I think they were there for Thanksgiving. So he sent us a little video. So I'll wait a couple minutes and I'll put it on for everybody to see. Get a few more people in here. We only have about 30 people right now. We have 30 people on here, but only 9 likes. So we need to get 20 more likes. Hello there, Jesse. It's going to be at Lake too, Jesse. It's going to be an event we're doing with the Almani Police Department. We did one with them in June, and they liked it so much, they asked us to help them put on a second one, and they wanted to make it a trout event. So it's going to be on January 11th. Hello, Diana. You'll be reading your kids on Saturday. You wouldn't happen to be the person that called the office today asking about Saturday's event? So just wondering. There was a young lady called the office today asking about Saturday's event, and I told her that I'd be on YouTube Live tonight. Could come ask fishing questions that their kids wanted to ask. So I didn't know if that's her. I didn't get her name on the phone. So let's take a look at what Alan did on his trip to Taiwan. Here we go. That was from Alan and the family. So Diana says, no, it wasn't me. I already know how the ball rolls. That's good. So Diana, when you come Saturday, come by and I'll probably be around the volunteer booth. Come on by and say hello, please, so I know who you are. And then you can meet, I'll introduce you to a bunch of the guys here that are volunteers. They'll be there, Robert and a bunch of other guys will be there too. Hey Al, how you doing? You should come fish with me more now that you don't fish with those other guys. Hey Robert. Yeah, Alan does a good job making slideshows. Like Robert says, the other Robert says, we had an awesome fishing trip on the Pride. We tried really hard to get white sea bass, no luck, but Robert hooked a big fish. And we don't know if it was a yellowtail or a white sea bass, but he had it on for a few minutes, ran him in the kelp, and he lost it. That's a good question, Alan. Kevin's asking, is tipping acceptable in Taiwan? Alan, Al, it shouldn't take you that long. You had surgery 2 months ago. I was on a boat filming 2 months after I had my back surgery. But hopefully yours is okay. Hopefully it all goes good, like mine did. That was hard. I remember I did 2 years of filming episodes using a walker and a cane. Walker to get to the boats and a cane to move around on the boat. And I was still able to get the shows done. Dana wants to know, did the jerks who broke in take a lot of stuff? I really don't know what was taken yet. I've only seen a few pictures. I wasn't allowed to go in the first day because they had the police there and they were taking reports. They were cleaning up. But and tomorrow I can't go because tomorrow we are going to be setting up our truck and all that. So I won't get a good look to see what was stolen until Saturday while we're there for the kids event. So we'll see. But I don't think they could have stole too much, just because this will be the third break-in in a year. So we don't really store anything there anymore. We do keep about 10 rods and reels there, but nothing like before where we keep over 100. And we have a tackle box and stuff like that. But the first few pictures I saw, it looked like most of our stuff was still there. But they tore out the main door that we go in, which I don't know how they did that. That's an all-metal door. So they had to have crowbars and stuff. And then once they got in, they broke out the glass in the other front door, and that had to be boarded up. So it was a mess, just a mess. I've been kind of down this week because it's just frustrating that we can't store stuff there without having stuff stolen. But I don't know. What does Phil say? Philip missed fishing since September, hurt his back. Spent 5 weeks in bed. Oh my God, that must be terrible. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and the doc says that you can go fishing, so that's good. Hey, James, and thank you for your donation. James bought us a bike to give away, so thank you for that. I don't know if you guys saw the Instagram post I made. We had another bike donated by Bass Pro Shop, so that was pretty good. So I really appreciate all the great donations. All right, let me play the Pride video. Oh, well, before I do that, let me remind you guys first about this. This is today's brought to you in part by Boomerang Tools. And of course, B52 Bucktails and our Magic Metal Jigs. We've been running that promo, and not very many people have been taking advantage of it. So you buy one of these Magic Metal Jig, and you get 2 free ones. So I don't know what you guys are waiting for. So pick some of those up. That email's been going out a little bit. I think Monica's sending it out again this week. So buy one, and you get 2 other Magic Metal Jigs for free. Okay, what's the other question there? Yeah, it gets frustrating. James, hey, what are the dates for Mexico in May? The dates for Mexico. It's going to be the first week of May. So I want to say it's going to be May 1st through May 5th. So we'll get there on Thursday, May 1st, and then depart on Monday, Cinco de Mayo. Okay? May 1st through May 5th. Last year we went the second week of May, and we had really good fishing. So I'm hoping that first week of May will be good too. And then in June, probably the first week of June or second week of June, we'll be back in Alaska. And then I will be filming in Loretto the last week of April, right after Easter. So we'll be doing that too. Jesse wants to say, what does it say? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jesse, it's the third time in 2 years, something like that, that our clubhouse has been broken into. And we just can't really store anything in there anymore because we can't keep replacing stuff. Last time we lost $8,000 worth of gear. And this time I know it's nothing like that because we don't have that much stuff in there. But, they destroyed 2 doors and they broke a bunch of stuff inside. So I'll find out on Saturday what else was taken. So Brandon's going to be fishing on the El Dorado next week. James, it's the same as last year. It's going to be like $740, $750 if you have 2 people to a room, 4 people to a boat. And that's what keeps the cost down. If you have 4 people on the boat together, that'll keep the cost down. A lot of people like to only fish 2 people to a boat. But if you guys are, wanting to keep the cost down, the best way to do it is to share a boat. And if you really want to keep the cost down, you want to get one of the cabanas that has like 4 beds in it, 5 beds in it, and you can put all 4 people in one cabana. So you only have 1 room and 1 boat, and the 4 of you are sharing that, and it really cuts the cost down. It'll be even cheaper than the $740. Chicken Little wants to know, question, have you made 2025 boat trip? We haven't picked any dates yet. We're still trying to get through this year. We just had our last fishing trip of the year this past Sunday. So I haven't worked on any dates yet. I will try to work on it this month, but realistically the boats don't want to talk about it until January. So I will probably try to do it first part of January, because the last week of January will be the Bart Hall show, and I'll have to have some dates available to tell people about. Yep, Jesse, is really frustrating. That to me, that clubhouse is kind of sacred ground. So for people to break in there, and broken in there 3 times now, it's really frustrating. Last time was brutal because we lost lots of stuff, lots of combos, and what was frustrating is the people that did it last time. Um, they knew the gear. They knew what was in there. They took only the best stuff. They took all the good bass gear. They took all the spinning combos. So that was really frustrating. Like I said, this time I don't know what exactly got taken. It looks like it was more destruction of the building than it was stealing equipment, but we'll find out. I'll know more on Saturday. And if any of you are available to come help tomorrow to cut bait and to load the truck, we need volunteers. So that would be good. And then we'll have a bunch of volunteers on Saturday at the lake to help out. But to do that, you need to be live scanned. And I think we have a bunch of those people. Thank you, Brandon. All right, let me play for you guys the video from Sunday's trip on the Pride.
Oh yeah.
And you guys can see by the weather, it was a beautiful, beautiful weather day. I was in shorts and short sleeves. It was nice and warm, and the water was super flat calm. I mean, it was flat, flat calm. Even Eric said it was flat calm. So, yeah, Kevin, I don't know for sure yet if they took the tackle box or not. I don't think they did, but I haven't seen all the pictures of everything, so I don't know. Yeah, James, we're gonna do that. We are gonna make the trips on the Malahini next year passport requirement trips. So if we get there and they say that the Coronado Islands is biting good like they did this year, that's where we're gonna go. It was so frustrating. We went offshore on one of the dates, hoping to find some tuna and stuff, and we couldn't get them. We didn't find anything, and the Coronado boats had over 90 yellowtail that day. So next year, if we do a Malahini trip, or we will do a Malahini trip, it will be mandatory to have a passport. So I know it's going to be harder to get people, but we need to have options to be able to run to the island if we need to run to the island. So that will be mandatory. I don't know if we're going to do anything with the Sea Star. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'll call Captain Joe, but I know he's doing more and more burials at sea and less fishing trips. But we'll see what happens with him. Yeah, we have to do that because we have to have the flexibility to go to Coronado Islands. Just because last year it was so brutal, the local fishing out of San Diego, there just wasn't anything there. All the tuna were caught at Tanner Bank, and then there was a little period where they were 200 miles south of San Diego, and there was nothing in one day range out of San Diego. It was really frustrating. So we'll see. We're still here. Hope we're still here. Can you guys still see me? I heard somebody say that they lost the YouTube connection, but I don't see anything here. I can't tell. So now Robert says it's still on, and Melvin says he lost us for 10 seconds, but Alan says it's still on. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys are seeing me. Jimmy, I'm on still. People are watching it.
Oh, okay, because I can't get you no more.
Well, try, if you can't do YouTube, try Facebook, but it looks like everybody's on it right now.
Okay, I'll try again. All right.
All right, some people say they lost connection, other people say they have it. So I don't know what happened. James says no video, just me. I don't know what that means, just voice. It sounds like for 10 seconds there, you guys lost it. Jesse says he sees us clear. So I don't know. Maybe there was an earthquake somewhere. Here's a little video from catching some rockfish with magic metal jigs. Nice Johnny bass here on the magic metal jig. I'll keep this one. All right, so I want to demonstrate to you how ridiculous the fishing is here. Here's a magic metal jig. I'm gonna drop it about 5 feet over the side. I'm gonna catch a fish. And this is gonna take about a minute, maybe that long.
So let's come right over here. I'm gonna take this jig. I'm just gonna drop it down here. You should be able to watch the jig get bit. I'm just gonna go down about 10 feet. Just swing it around here slowly. There's fish all over it right there. See the fish coming up after it? There, I got a fish already. And just to prove to you that this wasn't a fluke, I'm gonna do it one more time. Little fish, let it go. Take the jig, drop it right here where you can see it. See the jig right there in the water? That was a Johnny Bass. That's a black rockfish. There it is, right there on the surface. And we're not snagging them, hooking them right there in the mouth. Just ridiculous, ridiculous fishing.
So that's catching rockfish on a bucktail. On a magic metal jig. Again, we have those on sale right now. Buy one, you get two free. I don't know how much easier to make it. Hey Tyler, how you doing? All right, Tyler. Well, you do good with your homework and your finals. And we'll see you there at the Kids Club meeting on the 21st. Thanks, Phil. That's great. I'm glad that your grandson wants to go fishing. You can book private charters now, too. If you want to book a private charter for next year, you can get this year's rates, and you won't pay any increase for next year. So if you want to just get a gift certificate, you can do that. Or just leave a deposit for a trip. We can do that, too. Yeah, it's kind of funny. We can get help from companies like Turner's and from Bass Pro, but I can't get any boats in San Diego other than the Horizon to work with me. But that's what happens. I've been told already that we have trips on the Gale Force, the Triton, the Sport King, the Alpatron, the Pride, up north, Stardust, and I'm pretty sure for sure we're going to get the Spitfire. So all those regular boats we have, and I wouldn't be surprised about Dana Point too that we get the Clemente. So that all sounds good. And then for sure, Captain Bill wants to do something on the Horizon. So I don't know how many of you guys would be interested in doing a day and a half on the Pride, so we could have a second tuna trip. We did something like August. But the only problem with the Pride is it's a small boat, so it's more expensive than the big boats, but it would only be 12 people fishing. But if you guys are interested, I could switch that trip from a whole 1 day overnight to day and a half trip, so we have 2 nights on it, and give us a good shot. If we had to run to Tanner or Cortez, we could do that, and all that. Yeah, we have the Sea Wolf and the New Huckfin too. You're right, James. I forgot about those 2 boats. Great boats. And right now they're fishing Dungeness crab and rockfish, deep water rockfish. I might take a run up there before Christmas and go do that. I haven't done that. I didn't do that last year. I did 2 years in a row, and I really liked it. So I might go do that again. Should be fun. Somebody else have any questions for me? right, James, I'll let you know. Jesse wants to know, what's a good cheap half-day trip to book? I don't think there are any cheap half-day trips anymore. I mean, a good half-day boat, local half-day boat would be like the city of Long Beach. But I don't know what they charge now. It's not like the old days where you go over $20. I'm guessing it's like $45 now or something. All right, Philip, thank you. That'd be good. Yeah, we'll be back on Stardust. This year they let us film 2 shows on there, and I'm hoping they let us do that again next year. They were really happy having us up there, and great family, great operation, and the crew on the boat's really good. I like fishing up there. You know, James, I tried doing 4 open party trips this year, and we didn't get any people. I'd get 1 or 2 people, but we couldn't get 4 people to go. So that didn't really work out this year. Yeah, every landing has half-day trips except Long Beach because they're so far back. But every landing, Dana Point, excuse me, all the landings, they all have, they all offer half-day trips. So Chicken Little has a question. If it rains while you are on a boat, what are the pros and cons? You know, if it rains, the boat's not going to come in. As long as it's not dangerous, it's not super windy, and it's not a big swell. If it's just like drizzling or light rain, they're going to fish. They don't come in because of rain. I've been on the water many, many times when it's raining. What does Raphael say? A strip of squid? Oh, no problem sharing. I'm sure other people are answering questions. It's $100 to go on a half-day trip now? Wow. Yeah, Sam paid $50. Robert says up in Ventura it's $110 for a half-day trip. That's expensive. Everything's expensive. I was complaining to Monica today. Took a friend yesterday, and we just went to a little restaurant, and I treated 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 side salads, and 2 iced teas. And after the tip, it was $70. So $71. I couldn't believe it was that expensive, but everything's just expensive these days. Nothing is cheap. Jesse wants to know, hey Dan, on Dorado, usually. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. We had an amazing run at Dorado around Catalina, but the water has to be super, super warm. It's got to be in the mid to high 70s for that to happen. The last 2 years, we haven't had any Dorado around. It's service, do it now. There's some good tackle shops out there like Johnny's. that does the service right there in the store. But you should do that. It looks like we're losing Facebook there. I don't know what happened. All right, it looks like the service is going in and out. Okay, so Jesse, McDonald's isn't that cheap. Last month after one of my trips, I ran up to McDonald's to get 2 meal plans for me and my deckhand, and we just got medium size, the Big Mac. Yeah, Big Mac with fries and a drink, and it was $30. It was $30. So there is nothing really cheap anymore. Oh, another thing to remind you guys, if you saw the emails, we have the shirts on sale. We have, for a very limited time, we're going to do it to help you guys for Christmas time. You can get the t-shirts, not all shirts, but the new white ones with the logo, one color logo like this, and the blue ones with the logo on there. And they're only $10. So you'll never see them that cheap. We don't sell them that cheap at the shows. So if you want to take advantage of it, it's on the website right now. It's $10. And all of you should have got that email. So you should get that. Robert, how do you get the buy one, get two free deal? Magic Metals. You have to use the code that was sent to you in the email. So check the emails that we sent you, and you should have them. Yeah, In-N-Out is much cheaper than McDonald's, that's for sure. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on tonight, but we're losing Facebook for a few seconds, then we lose YouTube for a few seconds. So I think I'm just going to call it early. It's not too early. It's almost 8 o'clock. But if you have one last question, I'll answer it. If not, I will see my volunteers tomorrow at my office at 10 o'clock. And the rest of you, hopefully you will show up on Saturday at Lake with your family and friends. Bring the kids out. The lake's going to have both catfish and rainbow trout. And it should be a good weekend to get out on the water. Just check the wind. They're talking about wind. So just make sure the wind's not too bad. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Hope stay safe, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys this weekend. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye.